I think we've not had proper introduction from our guests. We know that when the item gets to him, I think
right.
three resource persons here.
Right.
And seated here with us.
My name, Dada is the name.
Mr.
Dada.
Fawive. Please, let's just see. So we know that at least we can. Our topic today is repositioning oil and gas industry, exploring petrochemicals opportunities by moderators. I will just quickly do an overview of that so we create an understanding, of the issues before our presenter or our presenters make their own contribution. Repositioning the oil and gas industry for profitability. A recent survey and analysis on the importance of refinery capacity to petrochemical markets in Nigeria and South Africa by Frost and Sullivan. Strategic analysis of the South African and Nigerian petrochemical markets found that the Nigerian petrochemical market, excluding exports of crude oil, was worth 14.03 billion in 2008 and forecasts it to reach 29.7 billion by 2015. South African petrochemical market, on the other hand, was worth 18.37 billion in 2008. Frost and Sullivan forecast it to increase to 24.5 billion by 2015. The petrochemical complex involves the manufacturing of a combination of the following products: manufacture of target chemicals and polymers that may be used in the manufacture of target products and chemicals to meet consumer needs, such as plastic, synthetic fibers, synthetic rubbers, detergent, explosive dyes, intermediates, and pesticide. Nigeria currently has proven crude oil reserve of 37.2 billion barrels. This is expected to increase to 40.0 billion barrels in 2015. Crude oil production is between 2.1 and 2.5 billion barrels per day. Nigeria is the highest crude oil producer in Africa and the 11th highest producer in the world. Nigeria has a proven reserve of 185 trillion cubic units of natural gas, and currently up to 35% of associated natural gas produced is flared. The flared natural gas is the potential feedstock for the petrochemical industry. I hope we understand what that means. The Nigerian petrochemical industry is run by the federal government of Nigeria through the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the NNPC, which operates 4 crude oil refineries, which are Port Harcourt refinery with 160,000 barrels per day, another Port Harcourt refinery, Port Harcourt refinery 2, 150,000 barrels per day, Kaduna Refining and Petrochemical Company, 100,000 barrels per day, Warri Refining and Petrochemical Company, 110,000 per day. These refineries are expected to process about 420,000 barrels per day of crude oil. Unfortunately, the present total refining capacity is about 143,300 barrels per day, 35.3% of the expectation of installed capacity. The low refining capacity of the refining and petrochemical plants has affected the production of petrochemical products from the plants. Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company, designed to produce carbon black, Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemical Company, KPRC, was designed to produce linear alkylate benzene to be used in the manufacture of detergents. Therefore, the low crude oil refining capacity has affected negatively the production of petrochemical products. The NNPC also have a full-fledged petrochemical company, Petrochemical Company Limited. The EPCL was designed to produce the following petrochemical products, such as polyethylene, polypropylene, and polyvinyl chloride in the first phase of the plant. In the 80s, companies like Bata shoes with continuous school standards, learner shoes for the military, and the conventional office and everyday wear, Michelin and Dunlop, Nasco, Doyi, Eleganza, and we can continue to mention them. We're producing thousands of jobs directly and providing revenues to the government. These companies were actually direct users of the byproducts of our refineries in terms of the petrochemical products. Nigeria had arrays of the best pharmaceutical companies competing in a favorable environment in the late 70s and early 80s. In fact, due to the growth of petrochemicals in early 70s, trading companies like PZ, Unilever, went into full manufacturing. The best of tires, coolers, slippers, carpets, detergents, soap, hair creams and lotion, raincoats, paints, oxygen and acetylene gases, gums, PVC for construction, explosive, rubber bullets were produced from petrochemicals in Nigeria. Then, today, shamefully, we have become importers of petrochemical products at the detriment of our economy, life and livelihood. Few examples of ignorance of government officials here. Nigeria currently has 66 million people and students in school. If the average cost per term for kids are school uniform at 400 naira, beret at 200 naira, belts at 100 naira, socks at 100 naira per unit here, sandals at 500 naira, is put at 1,000, that is total 1,300 per person. This means the average spent per term on all the 66 million estimated pupils would be 85 billion naira, 800 million. This is how much our economy has lost to other economy, and this is annually. These are derivatives of synthetic fibers, polyester, just from polyester alone. It is a known fact that the textile industry has the ability to produce 500,000 direct jobs and 2 billion indirect jobs. This, therefore, means that government and people of Nigeria can't benefit from its own resources. The construction and telecommunication industry is a 3.4 trillion annual trading business that, if produced locally, standard can help turn around economy. Pharmaceuticals and medical industry are not left out. Virtually all of them are plastic and nylons. Use plastic and nylons in the manufacture and packaging of their products, syringes, waters, drug beds, etc. The defense industry too has impact in the petrochemical industry. The 80s saw a viral industry disappear due to lack of raw materials produced by players here. Dynamites, rubber bullets, dry cell, battery, tear gas, solvent spray, pepper spray are all derivatives that can be produced. If we compare with Singapore, petrochemicals are the pillar of economic success of Singapore. Its emergence has boosted investment in infrastructure and the creation of industrial complex. Singapore is among the most developed economies in Asia, with a GDP of 42% in manufacturing. The government strategy is to promote stability and growth through a diversified economy of trade, manufacturing, and services. The oil and gas industry, without doubt, has a profound impact on the economy. This impact needs to be felt across numerous aspects of our lives, from affordable transportation to efficient food production to higher life expectancy. The oil and gas sector supports a host of industries such as construction, engineering, finance, and hospitality, to maintain and grow its operator. As well, oil and gas companies do not develop their projects and resources alone. They rely on thousands of vendors in their supply chain who have developed specialized expertise products and services to support the project's life cycle. As well, the oil and gas industry provides vast opportunities for enterprising individuals to be part of the supply chain. These aren't just jobs in oil and gas, these are jobs that create jobs. And that the more we invest in resource development and the infrastructure that comes with that, the more jobs in skilled trade we create. There are small, medium, and large enterprises that participate in all aspects of the supply chain. We can turn the problem into an opportunity and improve our bottom line. Our oil and gas industry can be repositioned to be the main driver of greater efficiency and greener behavior in business. The passage of the petroleum industry bill will boost investment, government revenue, and fiscal transparency. We have a well-researched paper, but I think we should not take the show away from our from our guests here, our research persons here. But this is just to whet the ground for us to understand the issues when our resource persons talk to these issues, you know. So sorry for that little break. Now, from the little we've had, can we exchange little thoughts, ideas on this, you know, for under 3 minutes? You know, for under 3 minutes. What's our understanding of repositioning the oil and gas industry, you know, for profitability, especially looking at the petrochemical sector?
My name is Raji Rashid. From all what you have read out, with this comprehensive report of what happened, I mean what had happened before 1980, petrochemical companies are multi-dimensional industry. Like you rightly said, they are jobs that create jobs. With my experience in Warri petrochemical plant, you see that there's a lot of companies that depend on this petrochemical company. They are taking their raw material from them directly. And these are things that we don't see anymore. And that's why there's no job for our youth. Because when you are taking raw material from petrochemical and the petrochemical company are no more working, they are about to be closed business here and there. From the petrol skippers, which are byproducts from petrochemicals, most of the materials are being, raw materials are being imported now, which are jobs that we can easily make in Nigeria and employ millions of Nigerians. Like one of my findings in Bayelsa and Delta State about 10 years ago, there's no single plastic manufacturing company in those areas, despite the presence of Warri petrochemical plant. Maybe it's a fault of government when petrochemical companies were even working, that they failed to establish any plastic company, maybe by petrol skippers or all these cars, all these small things. But now, we're talking about profitability in this sector. Without all these components coming to life again, it will be very difficult for Nigerians to employ our youth. Because we have to make use of this opportunity that we are about physically again. Just like the Minister for State for Petroleum was talking about. Once in 10 years, they managed to pump products from here to Ilorin. Once in 10 years, by tomorrow, they will pump from Focados to Abiyastravo to Warri petrochemicals. These are things that we need to prepare for and let government know that if this thing comes on stream, these are what we expect from them to get job for Nigerians.
Thank you very much. I think it shows that we have a grasp of what we are talking about, and we are not just coming to the wind. Anybody with another idea?
I want to chip in my experience with a particular campaign.
If I may ask, is Orobo a byproduct of
Yes, it is. But that's why Nigerians need to consume it more. We were doing with respect to a particular company owing a bank a huge sum of money. I think I started with a little loan back into early 90s. And over time, it grew into a big sum. The company was meant to be producing tires in a debut machine. And when you get to the premise of this, a very big company, which had already, at that particular point in time, recruited so many Nigerians into its workforce. Over time, it wasn't a government policy and a lot of other things. The economic results and what have been known people. And tires being imported from abroad, were now killing the local manufacturing. This company eventually folded up. What we discovered is that if you go to the site of that particular company today, you will see huge resources wasting away. It's also the fact that, okay, our own resources that are deposited in us by nature can no longer be taxed by the government. Policies have been changing over time that will now depend solely on things that are being imported from abroad. Dunlop and other companies producing in Nigeria eventually left. I mean, it's an eye-opener to the fact that our chemical industries are already been thrown to the dogs. And today, the number of youths that would have been employed in those companies are part of those that are moving about the streets endlessly, and many occasions constitute danger to us. So I think it's very important to look in this direction.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for. We staunch it here. We still have more time for other discussions and discussants and opinions. Now I think it's just about time we call on our resource person here. Now, what this has done, the intention of this is also for the facilitator to know the extent of our knowledge, of the topic. So, and perhaps is to move his thoughts away from the primary, to the secondary. So you know the level with which you'll be speaking with us, So please put your hands together as I introduce the Managing Director of Oil Standard, who was also a senior staffer of the NNPC, is Mr. Olatunde Fawibe, our resource.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to irrigation pipes, ceiling shelf, and rigging sheets. Then, of course, you can see that we're still under agriculture now. Preservatives used in preserving fruits and beverages in can industry as synthesis from chemical companies. Plastic films for greenhouse covering, mulching, and for LDP, low density polyethylene. So we can see that there is no way that we can talk about